Great awakening, light lords, and grand rising to those who have not yet awoken to the simple fact that you have innate qualities and abilities within your natural astrological energy, your natural ego. See, in my astrological chart, I have placements that allows me to take in any philosophy and connect to it intuitively, and also break it down in such a way where I can use it on a daily basis for me to fulfill a skill set, for me to build a skill set within that. See, in my chart, I have something that allows me to do anything and do it well. Anything that I can put my mind to, anything that I focus on, any type of passion or any type of talent, gift, or skill that I can focus on it to a point where it becomes easy. I'm a fast learner. I'm a very fast learner. You see, within my chart, within my abilities, within my natural ego, my astrological energy, there are placements that allow me to take from nature and effectively articulate it for the people that wish to be on the level of union, conscious union with nature, conscious union with the laws that bring order to our consciousness, that bring order to this reality, that allows us to view the way we view life. Not subjectively, not talking about how you see life. I'm talking about how life really is, regardless of our perception. You see, a while ago, people were saying truth is only true to you. Truth is really what's only true to you. But no, any truth that's only true to you is half truth. And once you go beyond the half truths, once you actually look out into nature and study how everything is moving, regardless of your perception of it, as a scientist studying nature, then you will see that there are objective laws that guide this realm. There are objective laws that guide time. There are objective laws that guide the energy that we see every day. And once you connect with these laws, once you connect with your innate qualities, your natural being, then you become one you become your natural self. You become your purest form. You become your divine self. You become the gods that are pushing their energies out, the celestial bodies that are pushing their energies out, the spiritual beings, the spiritual entities that are pushing their energies out in order to be expressed through your individual self. You see, God says that his people are peculiar people. So if anyone comes to you and tell you, oh man, you weird, man, why you on it? Like, why you on this for like, why you even doing what you're doing? Like, that's weird. Like, that's not even common sense to them. It's not common sense to them because they're subconsciously programmed to live and to think within a system of self-destruction. They're subconsciously programmed to live and think within a state of confusion, within a state of deception. See, their own perceptions, these people that call you weird and say you're crazy, these people don't understand. They're just automatically retorting. They're just automatically retorting against something that they don't understand, something that they can't know, which causes fear within them, which causes them to have cognitive dissonance. You see, this cognitive dissonance is when someone is presented with information that goes against everything they think, or goes against some type of box or perception that they have, and that can increase them. But since they have a perception that is not open to understand it, then their mind short circuits because they're not ready to let go. They're not ready to have a healthy detachment with any concept, or with any person, or with any being, or with anything within their own minds, in order for them to grow, in order for them to have an open mind about everything. You see, these people out here, they call you crazy and peculiar and weird. It's good. It's good for you, because that's nothing but a sign. That's nothing but a sign that you're doing the right thing. That's nothing but a sign that you are actually taking your philosophical thought forms and the things that help you understand reality and applying them to your life effectively. When you're not applying these things to your life effectively, you won't have any confrontation. You won't have any conflict, because you won't have any challenges. You won't have any things presented to you to test you. See, when you're in a conflict or you're in a confrontation, things will present themselves to test you, to see if you still gonna use the objective facts, the objective formulas and information in your life while you're under stress, while you're under pressure. So when this happens and people call you crazy and peculiar and weird and all this type of stuff, it's because they're a body, and your body is like a cell phone. Your body is like a cell phone, and your body is like the devices that we make. If that device is not programmed to take in a certain type of information, then it's going to short circuit. It's not going to be able to get the information. It's just like taking an iPhone 4 and trying to put an iPhone 8 or an iPhone X software on it. It's not going to be able to take it because the hardware is not built to take in that software. It's going to tell you that you must update. You must upgrade your phone. And you see, our bodies are like phones. So all of the genes and the cells and stuff that's within our body is constantly taking in and pushing information throughout your body so that you can live in a specific type of perception. And when you have objective facts and you're open, your astrological energy is open to taking in objective facts and actually applying them to your life on a daily basis, and others are not, then that's when you know that this knowledge, you know that what you are doing, you know that what you are going through is only for specific type of people. It's only for those that wish to live in tune with the natural laws and principles that guide this reality. So this is a quick message, man. This is just a quick message. I just wanted to motivate you all, anyone that's going through any type of conflict or confrontation with somebody that doesn't understand them, and they're doing their best to push this information out, push this information to the people around them, whether it be their family members or friends or yada, and these relationships are getting, hindered by, these relationships are getting quote unquote cut off because of the differences in consciousness, the differences in thinking states. You see, all is mental. If all is mental, then that means that and the law of polarity, you know what I'm saying, it has this place in it as well. The law of polarity states that if there's one energy, it doesn't equal an opposite energy, so there are really no true opposites. But if you're vibrating on a certain mind state through mentalism, if you're vibrating on a certain thought frequency, then only the people that vibrate on your thought frequency are going to understand you. Only the people that vibrate on your level of consciousness are going to completely understand where you're coming from and have empathy with you. But people that aren't and say you crazy and peculiar and weird and stuff like that, they're missing out on their chance. They're really getting convicted. That's the whole point of this objective information. That's the whole point of this storyline of the movie of life, or the storyline of the game of life. It's for you to use everything on each level to gather up and alchemize and boil down to its simplest form of where the source of it comes from, and to use that information from the source as the source, to become the source, to embody all the information from the source of all information and act it out within your subjective expression. You have to study your self-reflections. You have to study yourself. God's walking the earth. You have to know that if someone is not able to take in your level of consciousness, then there's no point in constantly going back and forth and arguing with these people about your different perceptions of life. Because their body, because of what they're eating, because of what they're thinking, because of the people that they're connected with, they are not upgrading their hardware. They won't be able to take in the information until they change themselves. And see, it's good to put out their information, and it's good for them to get convicted. And it's good for you to go through these situations that let you know that once they come and confront you about some things, that you can stick to the information, and that you can continue to do your job, continue to do your duty on this plane of existence. But when it comes to constantly going back and forth, that is not doing anything but exchanging information with someone that doesn't understand, in turn attaching misunderstanding to your level of consciousness, to your vibration, to your aura. And in turn, you will eventually misunderstand your own knowledge. In turn, you will eventually misunderstand the reason you're even doing it. So it's good to just spread the knowledge, spread the information, put it out, let them be convicted. But also separate yourself from those who cannot fully take in what you're saying. When you put that information out, they got convicted. That's why they came to you and they confronted you with this information, or tried to disprove your information. But when you separate from them, and your vibration is attached to the fullness of what you preach and what you live and you be and you let people see, then they're eventually going to think, they're going to go through a situation where they're going to have to think about those things that you were telling them. They're going to have to go through different religious paradigms. They're going to go through different spiritual boxes. They're going to have to go through all of these different things. And eventually, whether it's in this lifetime or their next one, they eventually will come to the point where, like, dang, he was right. Dang, she was right. Dang, they was right. All we need to do, this knowledge is simple. All you need to do is connect to nature, observe nature, be a scientist on a daily basis, and then use the information that you get and incorporate it into your mentality, incorporate it into the way you think, feel, and act. And that's it. The simplest information is the hardest to understand in this time, because we've been engulfed with so much misunderstanding and confusion. All of these different schools of thought, they are telling you different pieces of the truth, and they all got their knowledge from a source, which is nature. JAH is here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. JAH is here to better his morals and principles on a daily basis and give it out to the collective, to be convicted for some and to be collected for others. And when you do what you're supposed to do, when you do what you're supposed to do on a daily basis, first in your mind, and then secondly in your feelings and actions, then you will attract everything that you need into your life. Any person, place, or thing. You will attract exactly what you need every moment, in every age of your life, in every transformation point in your life, in every checkpoint in your life, in every ego death in your life. You will lose things, and then you will gain the same things, same energy expressed in a different way. You will lose what is not good for you, the type of expression of energy that is not good for you, and you will get that same energy but just expressed in a way that is more beneficial to you. I love myself, family. Peace to the gods and goddesses. Peace to the gods walking the earth, and Godspeed to everyone out there. Let's get this information together. Share and subscribe. I love myself. Peace.